Hey guys, Kobe Vice here with South Plains Trains again with our latest review on the new MTH Class J 484 Norfolk and Western number 611 Excursion Edition Spirit of Roanoke Locomotive. That's a mouthful. Don't make me say it again, please. First thoughts, it's a pretty nice locomotive. It's really heavy. It does have traction tires on the drivers. Not on all of them, but on some of them. What I've noticed is it does have a capacitor built in on the ProtoSound board, which is nice. I know the past ones have had capacitors built in too, but it does act like a keep alive to get you over some dirty track spots. Not that you're going to have a lot anyway, because this locomotive is so long, and the tender does pick up electricity as well. But it's still nice to have that, because you never know whenever you're going to need it. It does have smoke function. I'm not going to show you guys that today because I don't want to wear out the smoke function before the customer receives this. Sorry, but the smoke function from what I've seen so far is pretty nice, so just take my word for it. The locomotive, you're going to notice today it is setting on some locomotive stands. Now you may ask me what these are. These are made by Backrus, and you can see that right here. Alright, locomotive running stands. You can see that, there's a picture of them. The one I actually have, the set that I've got on here right now, is actually a steam locomotive set. And you can see that the tender is sitting on a lot longer piece. You could probably actually, you know, the stand on the back is made for tenders and stuff like that. That's not actually going to have movable pieces, because the little rolling stands have two little ball bearings that spin, conduct electricity to the wheels. They're really nice. I use these things for breaking in my new locomotives, testing, getting the chuff rates right on my steam locomotives before I actually put them on the layout, a bunch of stuff. So anyway, check those out. I don't have any of those for sale myself, but if you do a quick Google search, Backrus locomotive running stands, you're going to find them. Some other things in the bag. It does come with extra smoke fluid, which is always important. Like I said, I'm not going to turn on the smoke because I also have to open the bottle, and in shipping you never know what could happen. Has this magnetic wand and these extra tread tires for your drivers. It does have one little set of drivers for replacement. It's got a replacement operating Katy. Looks like a scale head Katy, I think. For the front coupler right here that spins around. Maybe you can see this. Kind of flips out there. So there is a coupler on the front that is closable to keep the streamline look going on it. It also has an extra Katy for the rear coupler on the tender, because as some of you probably know, MTH locomotives come with an automatic coupler. Now, me myself, I'm not too wild and crazy about these things. They are oversized. They do connect to Katys, but they don't connect well. But the cool thing is these are operating. So if you've got a young one that wants this locomotive, it is pretty cool because they can couple and uncouple with a DCC system, or uncouple from their cars, I guess. I can't really uncouple it to them. Other small things, I don't really like the speaker sound on this. It does sound like it's kind of clipping the speakers a little bit. So I don't know. In normal sounds, it sounds great. Speaking and everything else, like there is the cab chatter on this locomotive, sounds great. But you may hear it in the video later on. It does kind of clip the sound whenever the whistle comes on and some other stuff. The bell sounds good. So there are 24 functions that I've got working on DCC. As a lot of you guys probably know, the MTH ProtoSound 3.0 board is a DCS main board pretty much, but it does work on DCC. So the DCS system does have a few more features over the DCC, but DCS is MTH's in-house sort of DCC system, I guess, digital system. It doesn't work with all decoders, it's just MTH stuff. It's really big in O scale, not really taken off in the HO yet. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this locomotive started up. And to start the locomotive up is function 3, which a lot of you guys with regular DCC decoders, sound decoders, know that it's usually function 8, but with MTH, it's function 3. Alright, I'm going to turn on the marker lights here with function 5, and if you watch up there at the top, it does have a green marker light that will come on. Alright, do y'all see that? I'll turn it off one more time. Turn it back on. Okay. I'll turn on the front headlight. The front headlight is it is kind of more of a bright white LED over the warm white LED that we're used to, but at the same time this is a modernized locomotive, so they may have put a brighter headlight on it, you know, whenever they're rebuilding it. Let's go ahead and listen to the bell. The bell sounds really nice. It's really got a deep sound to it. They did a really good job on it. Here's the horn, or the whistle, I guess. It just sounds like American muscle to me. It just has this really deep bellow, and just, you know it's coming. You know when it's on your layout, it's going to sound amazing when it's coming around and you're blowing that whistle. It really does sound good, guys. F4 is called PFA, which is kind of like a passenger loading, unloading commands, I guess. There's a bell sound, and then a short horn blast, or a short whistle blast, and then some chatter talking about the locomotive, it being the museum version, so I'll go ahead and play that for you.
Today we're standing next to Norfolk Southern Engine 611, the Spirit of Roanoke. This is the homecoming trip from the North Carolina Transportation Museum in Spencer, North Carolina, where the engine was restored. Our destination is the Virginia Museum of Transportation in Roanoke, Virginia.
So anyway, that's a little bit of short chatter about the locomotive. So, you know, if you watched my Rapido video on the GMD1, here's another little party trick. You know, it does show a little bit of the history on it. Shows you where it's at. Tells you, you know, where it's going. All that fun stuff. Some other things. F6 is a master volume, so it will mute it. I won't do that. F7 is the front coupler. I don't really know what that involves, but on this one I don't think it's used. F8 is the rear coupler to unlatch the rear coupler like I was telling you about. It doesn't work obviously if you replace it with the Katy coupler. There's a lot of cab chatter, okay? There's like, I'm showing 3 or 4 different things here, so F14 through F16.
I'm gonna blow her down. Clear? Clear.
Alright, so that was actually turning it off. So here's the extended startup. You know, you've already listened to the regular startup. Here's the extended startup.
Let's get her steamed. Swing that spout over. That'll do it.
Alright, so she started up again. So let's go ahead and kick it up to speed step 1. Alright, this is speed step 1. Look how slow she's moving. Now, I mean, yes, there is no load on this because it is sitting on the running stands. But that is still really nice and smooth. With the Keep Alive capacitor built in and the tender, seems to run it really well. turned it back to speed step 0. Here it is in reverse. You see the light just got dim. Alright, there is a light on the tender on the rear of it, so I'll let y'all look at that. So anyway, this is a quick flyby of everything. I'll go ahead and shut this down. Alright, so MTH has this cool wireless Hindered locomotive connection. And if you can see those little bitty golden connectors right there, that is actually where the locomotive connects to the tender. Super easy to put in, super quick. You don't have to fumble around with some connectors and stuff. Makes it really nice, makes it really quick, like I said. I know I've gotten really upset sometimes with putting those little bitty connectors in. I know some of you older guys, it gets really hard to put in, especially if you're taking the locomotive off the layout and putting it back on. So I think that's a really cool feature on the MTH. Anyway, guys, I think MTH did a pretty good job with this. Go ahead and shut it down. So I think MTH did a great job. The box is really nice, as usual with MTH. The fit and finish of the model is pretty nice. Now I do know on the BLI version that's coming out here pretty soon, or is already out, it does have a glossy finish, but I think that this one looks a lot better overall, just with everything fit and finish. You're not going to have the problems with having to keep alive in MTH like you would with the Broadway Limited, where it'll cut out the sound and stuff like that, so that is really nice. Obviously you can trade out the sound decoder on these. It is a lot of work. I haven't ever personally done it because I know it's not very fun. I've read a lot of stories on it. But for the most part, with these locomotives, I think the ProtoSound board is going to treat you really well. I don't think you're going to have any issues long term on it, because they have fixed most of the initial hiccups that they had with ProtoSound 3.0 boards. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. Let me know how I can improve my videos. Leave a comment or question below in the comment section. I really do appreciate it. I do have 2 of these available right now. They're $415 with free shipping. So let me know if we can get you one sent over. Anyway, guys, I appreciate your time. And this is Kelby Vice from South Plains Trains again. Y'all have a good evening.